Tag, welcome to episode 2, season 2 of Wall of Sound TV. My name is Paul Brownie Brown.
I'm Ebony. Just Ebony.
Just Ebony?
Yeah.
We've got a jam-packed episode for you coming up. I've just flown back from the UK and European festival circuit. Boy, are my arms tired.
Like heavy bags?
From flying, Ebony. Flying. Anyway, moving on, we'll give you more details about what happened over there, including why this idiot got himself up on stage at a European festival.
What did you sing?
We'll give you more details later on.
Okay.
But you got the catch up not too long ago with Movements.
I did, yes. They did a co-headline tour back in March with Boston Manor, and we caught up with vocalist Patrick Miranda to talk about their new album coming out on August 18th. It's called RUKUS, and you know, we've been sitting on this info for a while, so we thought it was time for you to have it, so enjoy.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're so excited to be back. Like, we had such a fun time last time that we were here, and I didn't want it to be this long that we waited before we came back, you know, and, you know, that's how things played out, and it is what it is, but yeah, we're stoked to be here and just, happy to get back to it, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And you do have a new album out. You've just announced it last month.
Yeah.
And it's coming out August. Definitely been a while, a couple years at least. What have you been doing?
Honestly, like, kind of everything and nothing all at once, I guess. Like, you know, we've kind of gone through a lot of changes as a band since we wrote music, you know, prior to this newest record. You know, everything that we wrote for Feel Something and everything that we wrote for No Good Left to Give kind of lived in a similar realm of like what Movements is. And I think that with this new record, it's called RUKUS, we tried to challenge ourselves and step outside of that typical box of like what a movement song is or like what kind of like realm this band lives in. And I think it's I think it's our best collection of music that we've written so far, and two, I think that people are going to be really interested and intrigued by the variants of what we have going on the record, because in many ways, like, you know, it does still sound like a Movements record, and then in many ways it also sounds completely different from anything that you would have heard from us before. So yeah, it's cool. It's fun.
It is cool. Did you go into it being like, oh, I'd really like to do an album like this, or I really want to do more of
Honestly,
ABC?
like, no. Like we went into the writing process with almost no expectations other than the idea that we just didn't want to write the same record again, you know? And I think that you know, that's something that maybe rubs people one way or another, right? Like, you have a band who you really, really enjoy their music and you love their sound and you want that sound from them again. And then there's another group of people who are like, well, I want to hear something new from this band, right?
Yeah.
I personally am in the camp of like, I love when a band evolves. I love hearing something new on each record. I think as long as the core elements of the band are still there, which I think just comes from the musicianship of the people in the band, then it's always going to be that band. But yeah, I mean, I want to hear that progression. I want to hear the evolution. And so that was, you know, really our only goal with this record, was just to write something that we felt really good about and that we truly enjoyed, and also have it be an evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you say people really want the same thing. Well, some people want, you know, the same thing. It's like they're trying to hold on to that like nostalgia.
Sure.
And they don't understand that like the band itself is the nostalgia. And
Right.
they'll just keep going.
Yeah.
But like it has to evolve.
Yeah,
You can't keep
it's
doing the
okay.
same stuff.
It's okay for bands to change. It's okay for bands to evolve and turn into something new over time. I think that that's the beauty of art, is that it grows as you grow, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope people can get behind that.
They better. You know, I'll have a talking to them otherwise.
Yeah.
And I really like your single Tightrope.
Thank you.
And there's a chill version as well.
Yeah.
Why two? Like, what did you want to do differently?
We were like playing around with like what ideas we could do to make the album feel like it's more than just like a collection of, you know, these however many songs, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then it's done. You know, we wanted to be able to like expand on every little thing. So it's like we're putting out like little remixes of certain songs just to like have an extra, you know, like push. Like, you know, maybe somebody out there who doesn't really necessarily like a, you know, rock band, but they like chill music, and for whatever reason somebody puts this chill version on a Spotify playlist or on some sort of, you know, shares it on some social media, and then somebody who likes that sort of style or that sound hears it, then it's like there's a fan of the band that you probably wouldn't have been able to have had before, because they wouldn't have been listening to to your music, you know? And so I think it's good for artists to, you know, like I said, branch out of like what that comfort zone is and release things that maybe lean a certain direction more than what you're used to, because it's just, you know, it adds some cool variety, and I don't know, it's just like a fun thing too, like doing like little collector's item type stuff. It's always just like, it's neat. I feel like when a band just puts out something special. So
it's almost like you're doing little gateway songs to be like, oh, your friend isn't quite into it. Just show them this, and then we'll get them in.
Yeah.
Then we'll bring them to a gig, and that's a different experience.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. I did have to look this up because we had interviewed you through Wall of Sound in 2020, back in the day.
Yeah.
And I saw that you said that you wanted to tour with Bring Me the Horizon, Fall Out Boy, or 21 Pilots one day.
Yeah.
3 years later, are these still the goals?
100%. I think that you could probably add to that list Paramore. I would love to tour with Paramore. I would love to tour with The Killers. Anything like that, like anything like really big.
Yeah.
Like low-key, it'd be amazing to tour with like Billie Eilish. It probably will never happen, but like would be dope, you know? But yeah, no, I mean, I love Bring Me the Horizon. I think that they're, you know, such a great example of a band that's transcended genres and always stayed true to like what they've wanted to do and consistently put out good music. I mean, if we're talking about blueprint bands, I mean, that's like, that would be my goal in life, is to be as successful as they have been. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to tour with Bring Me. 21 Pilots is one of those bands that's kind of like, that's, I think, a wild card that a lot of people probably wouldn't expect from somebody like me. And I don't necessarily like, I wouldn't say that I'm like a huge fan of 21 Pilots, but I have a lot of respect for what they do. And I think that it's undeniable that they write very, very good songs and that they are absolutely crushing it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, having the opportunity to just like play shows on that scale would be really, really cool. So yeah, still holds up.
Movements. They're another one of those great bands I should probably get into, but I haven't had the opportunity to jump on the bandwagon
You really just
yet.
should. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, but there's lots of great bands that start with M. My Chemical Romance, Make Them Suffer, Metallica, Megadeth, Man on Man, Mum Jam.
Man, I wonder what sane people are up to right now.
Make Way for Man.
Like, we get it, dude. You know a bunch of
Elaborate,
band names.
Make
Have we really
Out,
stooped to this level of filler already?
Through,
We're only on the second season.
Sugar. The Sugar's a good one. Ebony.
What?
It's your line.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Talking about bands that don't start with M, though, Earthcaller put out their new EP and they tour up the East Coast with their brand new lineup consisting of Josh Renjen and Misstiq. Ricky caught up with the band in Melbourne to find out why Misstiq chose Earthcaller over all the other bands that sent her offers.
And tonight you're going to be playing stuff from your brand new Renormalization EP.
Yes.
How the bloody hell is that feeling?
It feels really good. Obviously, ambitious sound for us. Traditionally, I'm more of like a screamer and pitch singer and stuff like that. But we've got some commercial elements in this record. It's a very nerve-wracking experience going after somebody like Joel from Aviana. But yeah, I think we're holding our own. I think we're doing a good job.
This is also our first tour with our new guitarist, Joshua Renjen. So shout out to him.
Yeah, the Renjen engine. He's with us.
But not only that, Renormalization EP, we've got the wonderful Misstiq on synth and all the rest of it. Tell us about how it was creating that EP together.
Yeah, absolutely. So after working with Earthcaller a couple years ago, they were one of my clients. I then learned that this is something that I do want to be a part of. And when the time came, they presented me with, a few songs, which are the Renormalization EP songs. What I did was I went in a direction where I thought, what's going to be fun for the audience to hear when they're in the mosh, what's going to be actually fun for the band and myself to play. There have been quite a few bands that have approached me to be a keyboardist of their band. Not saying any names, but Earthcaller is the band that I wanted to choose that didn't make me feel like I would be a decorative piece. Thank you.
It's a topical time for women in metal joining the keyboards in Australia,
guys.
isn't it?
Very fun to play the Renormalization EP, and I hope everyone has enjoyed their time listening to it live.
Yeah, we're very grateful on the response. There Are Things Worse Than Death had a really good response, and we're stoked to see that Renormalization is looking like it's on track to top it. Yeah, we're just very grateful right now. We're a fully independent band. We've been slogging away at it for many years. Been through a lot, and it feels like we're finally getting our moment to prove ourselves. And yeah, honestly, man, I couldn't be more stoked.
And Earthcaller is getting around the globe. You guys just did Europe late last year. You're about to hit Europe. What is it, on Tuesday morning again?
Yeah, we leave on Monday.
No rest for the wicked.
No rest.
We're spending 2 nights here after this show, and then I think our third night is on Qatar Airlines.
Yeah, that's right. Another huge trip via Doha. Yeah, I'm very excited. We get to go back to our favorite places, and we get to visit some new ones. Poland, we're coming for you if anybody's from Poland here. Jak tam Warszawa, jak tam Poznań.
Well done.
Do zobaczenia, zaraz was zobaczę.
Wall of Sound just went global, too.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right, we've been practicing.
I love
A
it.
great lineup.
Yeah.
Parte and international flavours, Aviana and Cabal joined the lineup.
Didn't you see Kabul?
I sure did. Over in Copenhagen, which is their hometown, they host Copenhell. Fantastic heavy metal festival over that part of the world. 40,000 metalheads congregated to go and check out the likes of Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Parkway Drive. Architects sadly didn't get to play because the storm came over and it was too dangerous for them to get on stage. The second time that's actually happened at that music festival.
That's mental.
Absolutely insanity. But I got on stage.
This is a guy from Australia! And his name is Brownie! And what song do you want to sing, Brownie?
What did you sing?
Well, you're going to have to hang around and find out in the AfterFilm because it was cringe.
Can't wait.
So cringe.
Anyway, moving on, we do like to shine a spotlight on an Australian band that we think you should be hearing right now. Last episode, it was To The Grave, and this episode, we'd like you to meet Newcastle's Lycanthrope.
They just put out their EP Hydra, and they opened Wacken last year as well. They're definitely a great metal band on the rise, and this is why you should check them out.
So I'm Scott, I play guitar.
I'm Brett, I also play guitar.
I'm Aiden, and I also play guitar.
We're just all guitarists.
I'm Dan, and I don't play guitar, but I do vocal. Hydra EP is diverse.
Yes.
I feel like it comes in hard, it keeps it hard, and then it turns beautiful. And then at the end, we tried something different, which was a throwback to our roots, to tie it all together.
I guess this time we kind of took all those things we usually take and morphed it into, I guess, a more modernized sound that we're moving towards, while still sort of holding our traditional sound.
Move Mountains, I definitely wrote that about my daughter. Basically to explain that even though I'm not there all the time, I love you and I'll do anything for you. I'll try to move a mountain. I could probably do it in a Bobcat, and it might take a couple of days.
That's a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
It is, because it goes between two. It's either mountains or human, for me.
For us, yeah. One, I'm exactly the same. One's kind of choppy and groovy at the same time, and the other one's
I think because of maybe the softness of mountains, that makes the breakdown feel bigger or different. So maybe I'll choose mountain.
And that's what we were going for, right?
I think mountains, just that big, feeling after the melodic song coming in hard, perfectly fits that song.
I learned that you don't go to England to go to Germany.
I learned that the world has a lot to offer in the way of metal. That's definitely something I learned over there. And Europe is massive and loves everything about metal.
Metal's so much bigger in Europe than it is in Australia. Like, insane.
Yeah, I think we also took away that's what we want to be playing. We want to be playing big open air festivals and big shows in front of big crowds.
I learned that in Varken, they accept, like Brett said, all styles of metal. You just got to stay by. Just got to keep doing your own thing. You don't try and be the cookie cutter band and sound like what was big. Like you just keep doing your own thing.
Some new music, I guess, coming out. You have to wait and see what happens with that one. But yeah, more writing, just always writing new material. More supports announcing later in the year. Yeah, can't say too much.
Secrets.
Just do the whole European festival tours.
Just the summer
Rock
festival.
AM Ring, all of it.
Yeah. Blue Ridge Rock Festival, all that. Playing bigger shows, bigger festivals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting back on those big stage in front of so many people. Would love to get back to Europe, Asia again. Signed to a label. That'd be splendid. Thank you.
Good. Shout out to Wall of Sound for having us on. Appreciate it heaps.
Always.
Good guys.
Great band. And another great band we love talking about at Wall of Sound is The Beautiful Monument. They just put out a brand new single called Misery. We caught up with them backstage not too long ago to find out their release schedule for 2023 and why they're venturing away from playing with heavy bands on the circuit.
We're trying to expand our horizons and who we play with.
Yep.
Because I feel
not pigeonholing yourself into that.
No, exactly.
Yes,
because we kind of go through that, we tend to be on heavier lineups.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's try and expand and play to some people that probably haven't been to one of our shows or that kind of crowd. And I feel like, especially with our new stuff as well, we're trying to go towards a bit more, not a pop route, but we've got some poppier elements that we're trying to expand into as well.
Yeah,
so.
Perfect.
And like Adam said, it's really nice to be on a lineup where we're not the lightest band.
Yep.
We absolutely adore playing with heavy bands and stuff, but we definitely feel the crowd shift when we're the softer band. So it'll be really, really fun to play with bands that have the same kind of energy as us.
Now, your new single Misery, it's getting around at the moment right now. For those who want to know a little bit about the behind story of this, tell us how it came to be, what inspired this number.
This song is very much about a friend of mine who is sort of in a very to me, as an outsider, seems like a very delusional relationship. Which is very, very one-sided. And I see it a lot in, not only, that person, but, a lot of friends have those sort of, toxic relationships where it's very uneven when it comes to, I guess, the love that they put into it or how much care they, put into a relationship. So, yeah, it's sort of stepping back from the outside and sort of singing a song in the perspective of the person who is delusional.
Right.
And not noticing that this person is treating them like dirt.
So it's hard to sort of be in the position where you can't exactly go up to these people and go, hey, you're in a toxic relationship, so now you've got to release a song. So they've got a theme song that they can go, right, that's what she was trying to say all those years ago.
Absolutely. So, yeah. But it's not just it's very relatable to a lot of, I've been in that position as well. So
a lot of it. Yeah, it's relatable as fuck because we've all been in toxic relationships we didn't want to be in, but you didn't know how to get out of them, kind of thing. You stuck around as long as you could until you got that strength and you get out and about.
Absolutely.
So what's the future holding for The Beautiful Monument? Is there an album on the way? EP? What's happening music wise?
No album or EP at the moment. We're sort of putting out feelers with some new music, and then I guess we're gonna see where we sort of go from there. Yeah.
So a bit of change in direction, following suit with what you've done so far with the two singles we've seen in 2023.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're just in a bit of not a transition phase, but a new kind of phase with TBM that we're trying to understand who we are, what we're doing, and also what people are enjoying as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's nice to feel like we can be unapologetically us. It's just, it's our time now. It's a new route, new year, new me, hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very, very excited for it.
That was a good track.
Good, innit?
I like that.
I love some TBM.
I also love Don Broco.
Who doesn't?
I know. They toured Australia for the first time in like 6 years, and the show was amazing. But we also got the chance to go backstage and try out a new interview format with the boys. This is On the Go with Don Broco. Oh my gosh, it's Sai from Don Broco. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm here on tour.
Oh, amazing. Do you want to do a Don Broco on the go interview?
Hell yeah, I'm not here to fuck spiders.
Amazing, let's go. So what's the first thing you did when you landed here in Australia?
The first thing we did when we landed in Australia was we went and got all-you-can-eat dumplings in Chinatown in Melbourne.
I love that. And what song from Amazing Things went off with the Aussie fans?
Probably Bruce Willis is going off the best with the Aussie fans. They're rowdy.
Nice. Did you do any amazing things today?
Today, the most amazing thing I'm gonna do is have my pre-stage nap.
Oh.
Replenish myself.
And would you rather cuddle a koala and get chlamydia or get kicked in the nuts by a kangaroo?
I get kicked in the nuts, that short-term oomph, yeah. All right, Tommy, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Tom from Don Broco also.
How are you doing?
Great. What are the chances of Don Broco playing Action live with all the guests?
Well, we've had a lot of guests on stage with us before, so anything's possible.
Nice, love that. Who is the Manchester Super Reds #2 fan?
Well, I reckon number 1 fan's probably David Beckham. So number 2, Ryan Giggs.
And what do you say to the theory that Don Broco are sleep token?
I don't reckon so.
And who's the best bandmate to tour with?
Well, you've met my friend Sai. He's pretty great.
And who do you reckon would win in a fight between Ocean Grove and Grover from Sesame Street?
Well, it's got to be Ocean Grove. Those guys go hard.
Nice.
Hey, Bobby.
Oh, hey there.
Are you aware of the phrase, is Don, is good?
I've never heard that one.
Well, it's not important. Can you give us a brief tutorial of your running man?
My running man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of a move I freestyled kind of by accident, and I would guess it's like, it's not quite a standard running man, it's more like a kind of jerky, you know, full arm swing vibe, get those knees high, just feel the music.
Love it. And if you could take one thing home with you from Australia, what would you pick?
Well, I guess I'm a VB man deep down, but while I'm in Brisbane, it's 4x gold for me, all the way. So I'll be taking a crate home with the boys.
It's done.
It's good.
Oh my God, we fucking get it. You went to Europe and I didn't. I'm Ebony.
I'm in trouble.
And you're watching Wall of Sound TV.